So hi, this is Charlotte Stevens with Healing Racism in Schools, and this is something that has been on my mind that I need to address because I am mad about it. What is it about this moment in time that has white people suddenly waking up and deciding that racism is an issue that they want to address? The white people that I have spoken to, first of all, it's a bunch of bullshit answers. I didn't know, or, now this opportunity has presented itself to me, or, COVID, I'm on lockdown, so what else am I going to do? Or, um, I just had enough. It's just, it's just been too much. And it's just like, was Tamar Rice not enough? Was Sandra Bland not enough? Was Emmett Till not enough? Because this has been going on forever, ever. So, for me, the first thing I need to say to white folks is that do not assume that we are going to, people of color, black people especially, are going to welcome you with open arms and be like, oh my God, we're so glad you're here. Like, oh, yay, now we can really get this whole, like, anti-racist thing started. Like, please. Trust needs to be earned. And first and foremost, if white folks can't give me a real answer about why it took you so long, why you suddenly care about my life, think about the phrase Black Lives Matters. What we're saying is very basic. You're not saying we're essential. You're not saying we're valuable. We're not saying that you could not have the United States without us. You're not even understanding, how priceless we are. You're just saying that we matter. That is so low level. And the fact that we even have to have this movement, which I believe came out in 2014, like it has been around for a long time. And now white folks want to get on board after you countered us with All Lives Matter, after you countered us with Blue Lives Matter. Now all of a sudden this matters to you. What you need to understand is that trust needs to be earned. And just because you are here doing the work does not mean that I trust you. And white folks need to be quiet and listen. What white folks love to tell me is, oh, I felt attacked by you because I'm so passionate. If your people were dying, if you had to worry about your children and the people that you love in your life on a daily basis, the way that we have to worry about our lives and seeing that nobody cares, not only do people not care, but you have white folks out there who are doing the George Floyd challenge, where they're posing with somebody with their knee on their neck. The same thing they did with Trayvon Martin, where y'all dressed up like Trayvon Martin for Halloween costumes, wearing a hoodie and having his Arizona iced tea and having a blood splatter on the street. You mock the deaths of our children. You mock the deaths of our people, and now you care, and we're supposed to just trust you? I don't trust you. I don't trust you. White folks like to do what's trendy. Y'all want to study black culture and watch all these documentaries. You need to study yourself. The whole reason we have these systems of oppression, the whole reason we have anti-blackness, the whole reason that we have all of these oppression that we have and destruction of the black community comes from white supremacy, comes from white culture, comes from the made-up concept of whiteness. Y'all need to study yourselves. None of this goes away until y'all deal with yourselves. Y'all created it from your own issues. And you need to rectify that. You need to study your own history, understand that you have an ethnicity, understand that you have a culture, and your culture is killing us. Your ignorance of who you are as a group is killing us. The fact that people are going to be like, oh, don't generalize me, you don't know me, like, I'm generalized all the time. And the same way I have a culture, even though I would argue it's not black culture, it's black reaction, black survival techniques to white supremacy. The same way that I have a culture, you have a culture too. You're not individuals. I never get to be an individual. I'm always grouped with all your misconceived perceptions and stereotypes of black people. I don't get to be an individual, and neither do you. White folks collectively as a group, you act collectively. You oppress us collectively. You have a collective ignorance that is a problem for us, and you need to study yourselves. And until I see that level of commitment where you can say things like white supremacy, where you can admit among yourselves, because I don't want to hear your dirty deeds, but admit how you have participated in the oppression of black people, how you participated in the death of George Floyd and so many others, like countless, Breonna and Sandra Bland and Mike Brown, like how your silence, your ignorance, your resistance, your reluctance to speak up until it was convenient, until it was a good time for you is part of the problem. I don't have the luxury of waiting for when it's convenient. My life is at risk every single day. It is not convenient for me to have to deal with these issues, and yet I have to. My passion comes from the fact that people don't care that we're dying. And you'll see it as aggression because you don't understand enough of your history to understand why I would react the way that I'm reacting. Y'all need to learn yourselves. Trust is not just given. You need to learn enough about yourselves and how you have participated and what you have done in order for anybody to maybe trust you. And really, it's not in our best interest to trust you. Let's be real. Historically, that has not gone well for us. So, white folks, Trust is earned.